everybody? Welcome to another episode of Two Brothers, Same Mother. Of course, I am Sheik. We got AJ here as well. So we can talk a little bit about what's been going on in the NFL, what's been going on with the Eagles, and then got something else for you. Where I'm gonna have you chip into something that you don't normally do. So
Okay.
just a little tidbit there. But we'll start with the Eagles news. Now, you said the Eagles signed two separate players, right, AJ?
Yes, sir. Your favorite tight end, Dick Rod, and um, actually, you know what? And Nick Mullins, which I think that's a good third string quarterback.
Nick Mullins, they signed a starter. He's 5-11. The fact that they felt that they had to get rid of a rookie and they had to bring in two veterans shows obviously they don't believe in Jalen Hurts, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the dumbest shit
Now,
ever.
here's the whole thing. Obviously, I say that jokingly, but I have to be careful because in Philadelphia, that might actually be a real topic. Obviously, I
Right.
don't feel that way. Nick Mullins should never start for a team. Even though he went 5-11, it just goes to show how good the Niners are.
22 interceptions, 25 touchdowns. So it's 50-50. Whenever, you know what I mean? It's either worth a touchdown or a pick.
So
But yeah,
basically, you're saying he's Carson
honestly,
Wentz.
oh shit. So not like my thing is this. It's the quarterback, the undrafted boy from Wake Forest. He was going to be a project anyway. He had a lot of mechanic issues and things like that he really needed to work on to play at this level. And what I really like is that, and it's nothing against that kid, but what I like is that even in camp, these receivers like the Quez Watkins, the Hightowers, they're going to actually be working with a quarterback that started 16 games at this league, and not a quarterback that's, you know what I mean, on the scout team that's just trying to figure out how to get his mechanics down at the NFL level. So I think that's really.
Do you think that that's actually a sign of the total opposite of what I was joking around with, that they want to build a strong quarterback room with two quarterbacks, one who has won a Super Bowl and is at the end of his career, and another one who has had to scrap for everything he's gotten to even be in the NFL. They're actually putting a quarterback room together to support Jalen Hurts, or is this just
Yeah,
looking too much
I
into it?
absolutely. No, I absolutely think you're looking at a quarterback room to support Jalen Hurts. Not to mention, as you said, Mullins will never be a starter as far as a full-time starter. Let me rephrase that. And who knows? Flacco, like you said, is at the end of his career. And if Mullins actually is a decent third string, who knows, going into 2022, he's only 26. He could be a backup.
Yeah, and a pure backup at that. I mean,
Yeah.
Mullins isn't god awful. You know what I'm saying? Mullins is your typical backup quarterback. When I say that, you have him for 3-4 games. He might be able to keep you afloat if you have a good team around him. If you have him
Right.
for a whole season, your season's in the crapper. That's most backups.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen. He could be, if Hurts could be Sirianni's McNabb, then he could be Sirianni's Coy Detmer.
Well, hopefully he's doing more than just being on the team to be a holder. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
And
hey, Coy helped us out of a lot of jams. Unfortunately, Golovin was very durable during those years. So
right. So let me ask you this: just a quick question about Jamie Newman. Do you think that he reappears on the Eagles practice squad?
I could see that. The Eagles love their
That fourth
projects. You know
QB
what
on
I
the
mean?
practice squad for some
Oh man,
reason.
they love their projects, boy.
Now, the other guy, Richard Rodgers, of course, man, I think all of us are happy to see him back. He's one of those guys that I feel like he could be the 53rd man on the roster. Somehow he finds a way to make a catch on game day. Like he's just
Yeah,
good.
listen, man, I think that's really good. I think he's an awesome number two tight end. And then with the kid Stahl, their undrafted rookie from, I think it's Nebraska or
Well,
Stanford.
yes,
Well,
from
yeah,
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah,
Um,
as a third tight end, I think that's kind of cool, man. You know what I mean?
well, you bring up what I was thinking. You kind of answered my question without me asking it, which is start a training camp. Zach Ertz isn't on his team. You think?
I doubt it, but it wouldn't surprise me. It to me, it would almost be a waste, like, because you don't want to run. So keeping Zach Ertz on this team forces you one or two things: to run a offense you really don't want to run, with a 2 tight end set. Or you are hindering Dallas Goddard and seeing what you really have in Dallas Goddard in a contract year for him as well.
So I'm going to touch on a topic that I know you love to talk about: gambling. Um, I'm actually going to go deeper into the gambling stuff with you, and there's a reason why. But I do want to start off with this, and you'll see where I'm going with this. So Vegas has set the over/under for wins for the Eagles at 6.5. We actually talked about this. Do you expect them to? Now, the reason why I bring it up is that last month, the Eagles to win 7 or more games was at plus 200, or 2-1 odds. As of today, it's like minus 143, meaning that it's now the favorite. It's now the consensus thought that the Eagles are going to win 7 or more games, and that they would be underachieving, basically, is what Vegas is saying. If they win 6 or less games, the Eagles have underachieved. I'm not going to ask you whether that's true or not. We've talked about that stuff. We've kind of touched on this a little bit, but I just thought I'd ask again, what is changing the national idea that these Philadelphia Eagles might be the surprise team in the NFC?
It's a couple things. Nick Sirianni no longer sounds like Porky Pig in his interviews. And what I mean by did. The draft, they had a really good draft. The things that are coming out of camp in these things, or OTAs or whatever they are, about Hurts, like his work ethic and all those things. And so when you're seeing these things and you're just like, oh crap, you know what I mean? Like, has to be something. And I saw something. It wasn't a full thing, but it was just like Eagles. I didn't read the whole article, but it did say Eagles go from potential 4-win people to now where Vegas is saying between 6 to 8 wins for the Eagles.
And basically what I looked at today is basically saying the Eagles are going to be above 7 wins.
Yeah.
To make the playoffs is still at plus 250. So it's still like 2.5 odds. But
yeah,
because that's that far out, that's not that bad. I mean, honestly, the only teams with negative odds to make the playoffs are like your Chiefs, your Bucks. So, basically what they're saying is that if the Eagles are not one of the 7 playoff teams, they're going to be 8th or 9th out of 16 in the NFC.
And that's not too far to reach, because even the debacle of last year, a majority of our losses last year were about 7 or less points.
We've been losing the turnover battle. And as bad as quarterback play as we got, regardless of how you feel about Carson, and it just is what it is.
And boring play calling, or basic play calling, yeah.
Starting offensive guards that can't get off a practice squad. We weren't that far off. And that's what's crazy.
Yeah, and that's why, last year when we did the show and we were kind of teetering on, the team was teetering, and unfortunately they went to the left instead of to the right, which I thought they were going to go to the right because I thought everybody, would get healthy. But it was just like, man, you look at this offensive line, okay? You look at the starters, and even that may allow left tackle. I'm not even talking about, oh boy, it may allow. You're still talking about a top 5 offensive line when healthy. If healthy, I know that's a big if, but healthy wise, you get what I'm saying? Defensive line, which was a top 5 defensive line last year, they really didn't lose anything. I mean, they lost Malik Jackson, but I think they drafted Malik Jackson was hurt most of the time. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think we were number 2 in sacks last year, and I can't remember if we weren't that bad against the run defensive line wise. So I was just like, so in the trenches, if you could keep games, you know what I'm saying?
With that being said, I want to go around a little bit with some NFL news. Stephon Gilmore has not shown up for any type of minicamp, has not shown up for any type of practice, has not had any interaction with the Patriots. And, he's due like $7.5 million. Supposedly he wants more money. Do you think that there's a possibility that there might actually be a rift between Gilmore, who is considered the top cornerback in the league, and the Patriots?
But all you just said, yeah.
Let's say for argument's sake, and I'm not saying this is where it's going to go, because I think it would have come out sooner. Gilmore wants to be traded. Where would be a perfect landing spot beyond the Eagles? Because I think he'd be great on here. But
Yeah, I wouldn't want him, no. Not that price and not that age.
right. I mean, if like you said, you just look at this is Madden and there's no cap, then sure.
Right.
Where would he be a great fit?
Mm.
I personally think he would take the place of Richard Sherman in San Francisco. That'd be my thought.
San Fran, Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo, where he started his career.
Yeah, go back to Buffalo.
The other kind of big NFL news that came out, well, there's two things. Le'Veon Bell coming out saying, I would retire before I played for Andy Reid ever again. But then not elaborating. He's not the first person to complain about Andy Reid, but honestly, I don't think there's ever been a successful coach that didn't have a handful of players complain about him.
Right.
Is there any way to look at that without just looking at it as Le'Veon Bell's an idiot?
There's Crybaby. There's Soupy Petty. And then there's Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell bitched and complained about and wanted out of Pittsburgh. Bitched and complained about Tomlin, Hall of Fame coach. Went to the Jets. Okay, the Jets are the Jets. Bitched and complained, got himself out of there. Then he went to the Chiefs, right? Then he sat at home for a while, right?
No, they went to the Chiefs. He went to the Chiefs like the 5
Yeah, but I'm saying he sat at home for a little bit.
And it seemed like Andy wanted him to earn playing time, and he didn't. He just did it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this dude's still fucking, banking his shit from 2016 season. You know what I mean? So, fuck.
And it's crazy because Big Ben is still considered a legend in Pittsburgh, even though his past few seasons have been really, really bad as far as how they ended. All the stuff Antonio Brown has gone through, and he ended up with a ring. And you out there, you were the dude that decided to hold out an entire year. And I think the difference was like $6 million, which is nothing in NFL standards.
Even in at the high school level, you miss your sophomore year or something because you decide not to play to try to come back your junior year. You know what I mean? That's hard. I know you in shape, but you can sit there and put yourself in shape, but you're not NFL in shape until you actually are in the camp, and that's why that's why it takes so long. That's why they start to have these mini camps in May. The season don't start till fucking September, but they got mini camps starting in May because it takes that long to get your body built up to this shit.
We do game picks and all that stuff, but when it comes to betting, we really don't talk much just because I'm really into it, you're not. However, whenever you have given betting tips, I think like you've given like 6 of them and 5 of them actually hit. So you're actually pretty good when you just use logic. So that's what we're going to do here.
Right.
I saw some interesting things that I just thought I want to ask you about as far as around the NFL.
Okay.
The over-under for passing yards for Sunshine out there in Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. 4,150 yards.
Nah.
I don't know if he passes for over 3,500 yards. Like you get Urban Meyer, a coach who throughout college, even when he had a decent quarterback, was just focused on the run. I don't even know where that number came from.
Maybe because the averages as far as the league is, where the league is right now, I don't know.
Or maybe they just think that the Jaguars are just going to be down by 20 points at the end of the first quarter every game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the only way I could see it, but no.
So the other guy, Zach Wilson, his over-under is around 3,700 yards.
I would go over.
I think if he has a good season, yeah, that would be over because, once again, I don't know who the Jets running back is.
Right, and they just re-signed Crowder, so.
Crowder took less money to stay with the Jets, which I thought was kind of surprising. They're saying the Cleveland Browns essentially have a 40% chance of winning the AFC North.
Mhm.
Agree or disagree?
I would say higher.
Higher.
I would say 50-50 with Baltimore.
So you don't
They play
think
Baltimore itself. Yesterday, the last couple of years, they split with Baltimore.
Cincy or Pittsburgh has zero chance of winning the division?
Since he will be improved, Pittsburgh will be around. But nah,
And you think
that's
Cleveland and Baltimore are 50-50?
yeah. Both of those teams are going to make the playoffs.
This is not really to betting. By the way, Cleveland I think is like a plus 220 to win the AFC North. So based off of you, that might be a smart bet. You know,
Yeah.
they're like plus 850 to go to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I don't. Even if you put $1 down, you just wasted $1. I can't see Cleveland making the Super Bowl unless if Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes were in a car together, and they got lost for all game days.
Both times Cleveland played Baltimore, Baker Mayfield was the best quarterback on the field that day. That day, both times. Um, and now they've picked up a couple defensive pieces, and they made it to the second round of the playoffs. They could have, and they lost a close one without actually their better receiver in Odell.
Look, I'm not betting against Kansas City for anything. You have to assume that the Ravens take a step back, which honestly, because of what we've seen out of Greg Roman and Lamar Jackson, and offensively, that might not be out of the realm of possibility, just because Roman has shown in previous stops he gets stale.
Yeah.
And it's not on Lamar, it's on Roman.
No. And that's 100% on Roman. And I know they built this is probably Lamar's best receiving core that he's played with since he's been in the league. With you got the wily veteran and Watkins on the outside, you got the kid Bateman, and then you got Hollywood. So and Snead is their fourth receiver instead of overlap.
You could have Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, Antonio Brown, and T.O.
Right.
If your plays suck, doesn't matter.
Yeah. If it's Lamar left, Lamar right, it's what I mean.
So I feel the Ravens would have to take a step back. The Bills would have to take a step back, which you got a young quarterback, only 1 year possibility with a young coach. I would think you would need Wentz to not set the world on fire with the Colts. The Colts would have to be around the same. You would have to hope that Tennessee isn't that great.
Man,
right?
you really sleeping on Cleveland, bro.
To me, bro, I can see Cleveland being better than the Bills. I don't see Cleveland better than KC, Baltimore, or Tennessee.
I see them better than Tennessee, but you don't have to be all the time. Funky things happen.
Right. You can make it to the AFC Championship game without that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Well, all right. 08, we were not the second best team in the NFC. We weren't, but we were in the NFC Championship game.
Right. And that was just hit his stride at the right time, and the Giants.
Yeah, hey, upset can happen in the playoffs, and the next thing you know, Baltimore can get knocked out by some team that wasn't expected to beat. Anything can happen.
Right, sure.
I am a believer in Cleveland. I have been boosting Cleveland up for 2-3 years now.
You heard it here first. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're winning the Super Bowl. Enough said.
I would say they're probably tied for the third best team in the AFC with Buffalo. And I would put Tennessee.
Which is fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I got Kansas City, Baltimore, and then Cleveland and Buffalo, and then Tennessee right below them. But it all depends, because if Carson has a 2019 season in
the Colts could leapfrog.
The Colts are better than Tennessee, because I know Tennessee has all this firepower, but their defense sucks.
5-pack of questions is actually going to be a full 6-pack today.
Full 6-pack. Now we talking.
But I will, fair warning, there is going to be some thinking involved with some of these. Okay. So when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, this is a hard one. Like, no, you're going to have to put some stuff together. There's not going to be any right answer here. I did not come up with any answers, I don't think, for any of these personally. I wrote the questions and then didn't even think about them.
Right.
Sometimes I think that's more fun. I think it's very unfair when you're thinking about it. I already have my answer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So give me a music album you associate with summer.
Volume 2.
Volume 2. Volume 2 is a good one. To me, and I just remember because in the mid 90s, I feel like everybody that I knew that was older kids that had cars were bumping the Chronic. So whenever I hear songs from the Chronic
Yeah,
album,
that's a good one. Yeah.
or if speaking of like this wasn't one of the questions, movie soundtracks, everybody plays a song from the movie Friday.
Right. Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
associate that with summer. Basketball playoffs are going on. Actually, this is probably gonna be like a 7 or 8 pack because I do have to throw this in there.
Oh shit, APAC. I mean, she pulled out ponies.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling my age. See, cats don't know about the ponies.
Yeah, I'm about to say, first off, if you know about ponies, let us know on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that the worst take I ever had was a few years ago. I said Chris Paul was overrated. What is the worst sports take you've ever had?
I'll own up ownership, even though you were the one that told me about it.
So Taj Boyd. Before we go back to Taj
Todd
Boyd.
Boyd was going to be the best. Todd Boyd was Donovan
Next
2.0.
Donovan McNabb.
Yep.
To be fair, literally everyone Taj Boyd threw a ball to was drafted in his first, second, or third round in the NFL.
Yeah.
I did not realize that he was not that good. It was just everybody else around him was that good.
Yeah. I mean, he still got drafted. He just, Todd Boyd, yeah.
I mean, you think about it, they didn't even come close to winning a national championship when they had Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins as their 2 receivers.
Yeah.
We started running back, I think, went in the first round too. Like it was bananas. Your favorite wrestler that is still actively wrestling?
Now,
For me, I still go with the classic Jericho.
you probably gotta go with Jericho because I know Triple H will wrestle like once a year.
No, I mean someone who's actively like involved in storylines where they're doing matches.
You got to go with Jericho, and I'm going to have to say Jericho with Randy Orton.
It's weird. Orton's been wrestling for almost 2 decades, and I still feel he's underrated.
Yeah, Orton's that dude.
Since 1981, because 1981 will cover. I mean, I was born in 85. You were a baby essentially in 81, but that covers 40 years. Name the greatest NBA starting 5 you could come up with of the past 40 years.
Greatest starting 5.
I will say this. I feel like it would be a consensus for both of us to say Tim Duncan's power forward, right?
Yeah.
Not who you like the most. Obviously, we both would like Barkley better, but
yeah, you would. Okay, so I would go Olajuwon at center.
Okay.
Tim Duncan at power forward. Bron at small forward. Magic Johnson at point. And Jordan at shooting guard.
That's hard to argue with.
And I'm not a Bron fan. Anybody that knows.
No, you can't do a starting 5 without LeBron James. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like, regardless of how you feel.
And prior to LeBron James, I probably would have said Larry Bird, but at the 3 spot. But
listen, man, you can argue LeBron James is the most athletic NBA player ever. Athletic. You know what I mean? Like, so like
size, speed, just agility. Yeah. All that. Yeah. He is definitely on that creator player type shit.
Magic Johnson is considered the greatest point guard of all time. Okay. And I heard this isn't part of the pack of questions, but I just want your opinion on this. They had a list. Magic 1, Isaiah Thomas 2, Chris Paul 3 for point guards.
I might have to give the slight edge to Jason Kidd over Chris Paul.
You know, a lot of people are saying that too. That
Slight edge.
Jason. Man,
Yeah.
here's the thing: Jason Kidd's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, yeah.
Hall
It's
of
not
Fame, you know.
right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
with that being said, a shooting guard. Okay. Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Dwayne Wade 3.
Mm.
Yeah, shooting guard's a little harder.
Bec-
And usually a
I
lot of
don't
people
care what
think-
anybody says, man. And I know, listen, man, this is not a knock on Dwayne Wade. I'll go AI above Dwayne Wade.
you can, no. I'm sorry, and I
I
love
know
AI.
people say that,
No,
but
Wade. No, bro.
just,
Wade-
just
Wade was better than AI, and I hate to say it, he was. And that's not an insult to Allen Iverson.
I mean, you had your first two picks say he was probably the hardest person for them to guard.
Here's the whole thing too. That's
No,
interesting about
I
that.
mean, Jordan and Kobe Bryant both said, "Yo, thank God both of them said, thank God he was a 6'4", and thank God, and he was the hardest person for him to guard, for them to guard."
But I would argue 6'4" AI is Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade was a phenomenal player. He ain't had the handles of AI. He ain't had. Not too many people had the heart of AI.
Yeah, you can't argue the heart or the handle as far as with that.
And the speed just,
But
I mean, listen, Dwayne Wade, listen,
Wade was a better shooter.
I can put it,
And that's not a
I'll
knock
put
on
it like
AI.
this.
AI was a phenomenal
No.
shooter too.
I'll put it like this. It's one of those debates between them two that today I could say AI, but I could go take a nap in 2 hours and say,
Say,
you know
Wade,
what?
yes.
Yeah, so it's one of those. So it's not like one of those, oh, you tripping, you being a home. No,
No.
It's
But that's why I asked.
which
because
way the wind is blowing on me that day, which one I would put 3.
the Sixers always have someone ring the bell, right?
Right.
What a lot of people don't know is that the Eagles usually opening day have somebody get the crowd riled up in the bird's nest.
Right.
Who should be that person for 2021?
Carson Wentz.
Now, we want people to cheer.
That would be a
That
riot.
is the correct answer, but not that kind of riled up.
Woo. 5 will always love it.
Just get Carson and Donovan up there. You really piss everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody that will always, I mean, every year I think they should just do it. Just bring Dolk out.
What about someone that didn't play for the Eagles?
No matter what happens the rest of this playoff, somebody that played for the Eagles, I think I would get them credit out because I think he's finally, including myself, got the naysayers off of him and is legitimately pretty much carrying this team.
Ben
It's
Simmons.
Joel. He's Joe. He's fucking dick. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid.
I think
Joel
Joel
Embiid.
would be perfect, and that's where I was going.
Joel
I think,
Embiid. Yeah, Joel Embiid.
especially
He's
the
finally
Super
playing to
Championship.
potential. Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. Yeah, he's finally playing to potential.
Yeah, man.
He said Benson. That'd be if he better have Carson up there with Benson.
So I know there's a great sporting event that is happening right now that I know you're paying attention to. The Euros, Euro 2021. You know, the player with Denmark and you know his issues and stuff. You know, prayers go out to him. You have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay. Most of you don't.
I kind of do just because I have some people on Facebook that are huge football fans. So
What would it take for you to go to a European soccer match?
I go just to chill. Like, you know what I mean? I see them crowds be hype. You know what I'm saying? I go there just to bullshit.
What about a Philadelphia Union match?
I go, fuck it. For a good
I was
time.
not expecting that. Okay. I was expecting some type of smart ass answer. Okay.
I go.
All right.
Okay.
When Big Jeremy gets on your case about soccer, man, I don't want to hear nothing.
Hey, he be all right.
But serious question. Excluding the 4 major sports and pro wrestling, what event would you like to go? Yeah, what event would you like to go to, excluding those? Sports
Penn
wise.
State, Ohio State.
Penn State, Ohio State. Okay, Kyle, you still stuck with football, you jerk, but that's cool. That still works. You know what? Honestly, man, going with college football, I would really love to be in the house for an Alabama Auburn game.
That'd be dope. And another, because I just want to be there for that entrance that we could go. When Virginia Tech, when they do that Enter Sandman shit, that shit is hard as a boom.
You know what else is really fun, but I don't think I would make it to game time, just the way that they party. The biggest cocktail party in the world when Florida plays Georgia in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Because they start drinking like Thursday night.
Yeah, I ain't about that life no more.
Pass out, wake up, and the game still ain't start yet.
Yeah, nope.
Especially with what they do in Jacksonville. That kind of moonshine is something different.
Yeah, nope. I like my liver.
But yeah, believe it or not, we actually ran through 6 questions there. I think we actually asked 7. So,
Yeah.
oh
Shit.
That was the final one I wanted to ask, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said 8. Fuck.
Right. You are wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Very nice Spider-Man shirt. If you could pick 2 superheroes to go against each other and make a movie out of it, a la Batman versus Superman, forget any type of timelines, just it's your choice, and Marvel or DC or both will figure it out on how to make it a storyline. Who would you choose?
Shit. Iron Man versus Batman.
It's really 2 rich dudes that just have a lot of.
2 rich, genius billionaires.
That's actually really good.
Who you got?
You know, honestly, I thought about this just because I think it'd be interesting. I would love to see the Green Goblin and Dr. Doom. Crazy mindsets, both scientists, both work with that. You can even throw Doc Ock in there and make it, a 3-way.
Okay.
I think it'd just be to have mad scientists go at each other. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Dope. Yeah.
As far as superheroes, honestly, I'm trying to think, like, beyond Spider-Man, who was kind of like a teenage phenom, Like, I'm never a fan of Shazam, so no. But, like, I feel like if you could find, like,
Got Robin, Nightwing.
I think Spider-Man versus Nightwing would be dope. Robin, I think, would get his ass kicked. I'm sorry. But Nightwing, I think, could handle it all.
Yeah.
But, that's outside of the, your typical, the Hulk versus the Thing,
So I started watching, and I know I'm late on it, but Doom Patrol yesterday. And listen, I know it's a DC product. It's a spinoff of the Titans. They got Cyborg on there, even though Cyborg originally really is a Titan, but they have Cyborg with them, just I guess to know the name, you know what I mean? So they have a person that named on there. Some of the weirdest shit I've ever watched, but it's fucking hysterical. Brendan Fraser plays I can't think of his name off the head, but he's like a robot to where his brain is, you know what I mean? And Brendan Fraser is fucking hysterical. Like it is, yeah, it's mad weird. You're like, what the fuck am I watching? But the zingers and shit that are said, you just, because like some weird would happen, and all of a sudden he's looking like, what the fuck? Like you just laugh, and that's what they said. Like, what the fuck? Like you just laugh because it's like that's what you're saying. Like, it's actually pretty funny.
So listen, y'all, that's our show. As we're gearing up towards 4th of July and, we're kind of barbecue season and all that. Please stay safe. Anything else you want to add beyond, I know you were actually hitting me up about Doom Patrol and,
Yeah.
anything you are looking forward to watching this summer. I know I'm actually with you, where I can't wait for new episodes of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom. Can't wait to see how there's. I mean, episode 1 of Loki is out. So
And I know
definitely
you can't wait for the bunny versus the goat, Space Jam 2. I know you're hyped up for that.
looking-
I love
Um,
how they have all these commercials that, the bunny versus the goat. Like, okay, yeah, Michael never existed. Got it.
yeah, that's not even. That's like Be Like Mike 2 to me.
But, oh, you were a fan of Be Like Mike 1?
Um,
It, to be fair, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
nah, it was a cute little family movie.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
Um, Loki. The end of the summer. Oh, what you call comes out this summer too. Um, what's her name? Black Widow.
Black Widow. There's been rumors that like people internally with Marvel are not liking the way the movie's coming out, and they're trying to figure out how to delay it. Have you heard that?
No, it's been delayed. It's been.
Did-
It should have came out like 2 years ago.
Right, and they're still talking about trying to delay it more because they're just not liking the product.
No, it's not because of that. It's because with COVID.
No,
was
I know
supposed to come
that's
out-
why it was delayed before. I'm saying now they're kind of
because all movie theaters aren't open yet. And what's happening is Disney's trying to make the push to get them to release it on the Disney Plus, and that's where Marvel's like, nah, like we go wait. But supposedly it might happen anyway. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, Marvel stuff around summertime is becoming. Yeah, I remember for a while it was tradition for 4th of July there was a Will Smith movie coming out.
yeah,
Now it's like
well, see,
Marvel. There's some time during the summer. I can't. I know this was. What's that?
no, I was gonna say, it was supposed to be COVID effed up a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of things like I said coming out, man, and I'm really hyped for it.
I know this might sound blasphemous, and I'm a big fan of the series, but can we not have any more Fast and Furious after the summer, please?
Now there's one more. This is Fast 9. They were signed on for 10.
Like, bro, like, come on,
It's
man.
like they were
Is the
signed.
next one going to have Stone Cold?
I don't know.
Like we just going through all the. It started to look like the Expendables. You know what I mean? Like it's just like how
A
many?
little bit.
Like, Jesus, come on, man. Like I'll give it to Vin Diesel. Dude doesn't look like he's changed one bit in 20 years, but like
Right.
it's just like
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Like I'm sorry. Like, I understand, that it's all about explosions and unrealistic stuff, but I'm just like, for real.
Yeah. Listen, man. I was cool after like Fast 5, and it just kept coming out. And I was just like, Jesus.
But yeah, man. Yeah, but you know what? I'm just looking forward to being back. I am purposely sometime next month going to go to a movie theater to watch a movie just cause, man.
Yeah. I might. I don't know. Like even prior to COVID, the only time I really went to the movies, like if it was like a movie you had to see, like, hey, a
I
Star
don't know.
Wars
I can see you making a point to go to a Sunday matinee for Black Widow.
No, I was gonna say or Marvel.
Right.
Like if it was something that you had to see. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, absolutely. For a Marvel flick, hell yeah.
Right.
I don't think there's a Marvel movie that I didn't see in the theaters.
Did you see Doctor Strange in the theaters? Huh.
I don't think there's a Marvel movie that I did not see in the theaters. Oh, no, I'm lying. The first Ant-Man, I did not watch in the theaters because I was like, I don't know about all that.
And
And then
I
Oh,
think
shit.
that might have been one of the most surprising Marvel movies I've seen. As far
Right.
as how good it was. So I was like, I was just like you, like, come on, for real.
Right. I was like, Ant-Man.
It's gonna be Paul Rudd. Come on, man.
Right.
But all right, y'all. That's our show. Stay safe. Peace out. Make sure to check out the Facebook page. I appreciate all the love. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait, I got something to add to. Go ahead.
You go first.
Oh, so a few weeks ago, my brother posted on here about weight loss thing, which is awesome. Congrats on the 35 and everybody else that responded on there. But what you need, what is the most important thing with losing weight is the music you listen to.
Mhm.
So I think every week.
I didn't mean to post that on the Eagles page, but I did by accident. And I saw people respond. I was like, oh, thank you.
Right. So what I want to do is each week I'm going to have a song, the workout song of the week. I kind of been doing it to YouTube, but I'm just been posting a workout song of the week.
Let's do this. Let's do one better. Okay. We'll go back and forth. Let's try to make it, we'll try a couple songs, but try to aim towards a daily workout song.
A daily workout song?
A daily, just for this week. We'll come up with what's after this post. We'll have for 7 days a different song that we work out to. So you might
tomorrow?
What's that?
Starting tomorrow?
Start tomorrow.
Okay.
But tomorrow, I mean when we post this, not tomorrow as in actually tomorrow, because it takes me a little while to edit. But
Okay.
yeah. And thank you everybody for all your kind words on the weight loss stuff. I didn't mean to post it on the Eagles page, and y'all really showed me a lot of love, and that meant a lot to me. I was meant to be on a personal page, but I handle various pages, and sometimes when you post something on Instagram, it automatically post it on something else. But thank you. I really do appreciate that. There's actually someone who is a loyal listener. She's actually a big Tampa Bay Bucks fan, but she's from Tampa. She lived in Philly for a while, so she rooted for the Eagles too. That was her second favorite team. And she actually went to the Eagles Super Bowl. And she had told me, hey, and I've had him for a few weeks, but she goes, hey, I have some things that I think you and your brother will both enjoy. So just wanted to point out that I do have a Super Bowl VIP pass that with your name on it.
Oh, wow.
The Super Bowl program.
Oh, shit.
That's yours. And this was a flag that actually supported kind of Minnesota, but they made it in Eagles colors since the Eagles were playing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Next time I see you, I have these things for you, as well as I don't have it in this room, but a autographed Eagles helmet that it's not a Philadelphia Eagles helmet. It's like one of those kind of cheesehead things, but it's autographed by Swoop, who is never going to get traded. So
Right. Hey, always there. Appreciate that.
yeah. So thank you, Courtney. I told you I was going to do that, and she was like, "Stop holding the stuff that I gave
Now I feel like
you to give to your brother."
douchebag for booing. Sorry. I didn't know he was gonna do that.
That's all right. She's in Tampa Bay now, so whatever.
Tampa Bay.
But thanks everybody.
Tampa Brady.
Again.
That's what it's called now.
Was it
Tampa Brady?
Tampa Brady, yeah, right. Talk to you soon. We're gonna interact with a lot of stuff on the Facebook page too. And man, let's just keep on having a great summer.
All right.